Alright, we are starting our league. We're going to see how we get on. It's been a while since I've played Burn, so please apologise for any great misplays here. But yeah, this is going to be what we're going to do. We're going to test if 100 will join the match. Thank you. We're going to test to see if we can score okay in 100... My apologies, in a 100 ticket deck, or 995. We have no creatures here. But we do have some burn. Oh bosh, so he is also a burn deck. Yeah, assuming that he's a burn deck, I think we can keep this because if we go... okay. I may have completely misunderstood. I thought Obosh was just played in burn. Well... I guess we're just going to have to use our Iron Mesa here, crack it. We'll get another basic. We just got to thin out our deck. We'll just start burning you. Oh, that could have been a huge misplay here. So, it's going to be quite interesting because I don't know what he's playing then. Because Obosh... Okay, maybe he is burn. Maybe I'm just being silly. Oh, I have upkeeps. Oh, that's good. We will play the land. We'll play this, and we'll play the Goblin Guide. We'll go into combat attack. That reveals Bone Crusher Giant. Is he legit burn? Like, I'm genuinely perplexed here by his deck. Is it an event? No, it can't be adventures because I am confused and interested now. Firebolts. Okay. And somehow we are flooding in a burn deck. Yeah, this was way too many lands. In hindsight, I really need to... Yep, it's fine. We take 2, see what he does. Yeah, Blood Moon doesn't affect me. There's a Soul Scar Mage. Alright, so we'll play this. We'll Searing Blaze him and his creature. We'll then suspend the Rift Bolt and pass the turn. We have a basic planes here, so if we do draw any of our like Boros Burn, like Boros Charm or Lightning Helix, we can at least cast them. Alright, we get the Rift Bolt come down. We would like to cast that on his face. Let's see what we draw here. We draw another Rift Bolt. So we'll play a land. Searing Blaze. We'll take 2 damage from the Bone Crusher and deal 3 to him. We'll cast the Rift Bolt because then we're just basically looking for any kind of burn to finish him off. This was an interesting deck for a oh, he's got flames, so he's got burn to deal. I'm genuinely perplexed as to what this person's playing. Yeah. Oh, is this like a Scred red variant? Okay, Flame of Keld, that's good. So we'll just play this. Our opponent is perplexed because we've drawn our 1 of Keld, but not any of our 4 of Light Up the Stages. Yeah, in hindsight, this hand was significantly too slow. I really should have mulliganed. That's fine, he's just drawing to look for answers. I'm pretty sure with a mono red he can't kill the flame. And we're pretty much just here. Okay, he put Overrush in hand. He's got 3 cards. We kind of have to kill him before Overrush comes down, because otherwise we are going to take... There we go. We top deck the Lightning Bolts. We draw 2 more cards. Excellent. So we will just Lava Spike him. Alright, we move to sideboard. I believe the core Firewalkers here were built for this matchup. But then what do we take out? I think we go down Eidolons. He too is a kind of burn deck, so he probably is going to try and slow us down that way. We could probably bring in Paths. Maybe 1 Path. We'll bring in 1 Path and see how this plays out. So yeah, we're swapping our Eidolons for the core Firewalkers because he too is a burn deck and he potentially has double damage to us. He's not going to be running his own Eidolon. I don't. Okay, this is going to be a risky one here. So we need to... Let's see what our first draw is here, because this sequencing is good. Alright, that's a battlefield. So he can't rush his thing out. So let's... Alright, battlefield, take a damage, drop the Swift Spear. I'm pretty sure he's going to attack the Swift Spear with a Flame Slash effect. Which is fine, because then we'll just drop the core Firewalker, which will give us... Okay, Soulscar Mage. And Lightning Bolt on our Swift Spear. Yes, as expected. Awesome. So, let's use this. We will get a basic Plains. We'll drop our core Firewalker. And see how things go from here. Protection from red means we can't be dealt damage. He has a Rampaging Ferastodon, that's fine, because we gain life. We will gain life, thank you. While he can't gain life from his... Okay, so we need to... This is going to be a bit awkward, actually. So we need to kill both of these things. So let's do what doesn't hurt us too much first. We've played a land. Let's Searing Blaze here and here, taking a damage and a damage. And we'll always yes to gaining life from the core Firewalker. Yes. Then we'll go to combat, swing in, can't be blocked. We have the Path here if our opponent decides to commit a lot of damage to the board. I'm assuming that our opponent is potentially running some kind of black removal. Or it could be running Bump in the Night, because that's a 1-mana black spell that would be... Would that be doubled with Obosh? Because I can't remember if that's loses life or deals damage. Kozilek's return, 2 damage to each creature. That's fine. We will path your prowess creature so you don't have any damages. Kozilek's return is a very good counter to the core Firewalker. That shows how long it's been since I played Burn. I think that was brand new to the format. Alright, excellent. So we will play a land. We will drop a Swift Spear. We will Boros Charm, doing 4 damage to him. Trigger Prowess. So he's swinging now, dealing damage. Then our second main phase, we will cast this for Spectacle, which will give us 2 more cards, 2 more lands. My curse continues. When I play Niftalite with 26 lands, I don't find lands. I play Burn with 20 and I draw all lands. Yep, he has removal for our Swift Spear. He has another Rampaging Ferostodon. And Scourge of Valakut could actually probably been a good one. Oh my lord. Wow. Okay. We kept a 2-land hand, everybody. I would like to point that out. Maybe I can see now why the burn decks are starting to run the canopy lands. Because literally just hammering people with... Wow, okay. I'm cursed, apparently, when I play anything. I play an aggro deck in Flood, and I play a control deck, and I don't get lands. That's fine, because he could literally kill us here if he has the 3rd Lightning Bolt. No, he had a Flame Bolt, which puts us down to 1. We can't play a creature. We get a Searing Blaze, which puts in... I don't think that kills, if I'm right. Well, we might as well kill it because we drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. Yep, we came up 3 damage short in the end. That was unfortunate. That was absolutely crazy. Like... Yeah, we got wrecked there by the fact that we just could not draw any damage. Wow. Like, how are we drawing that many lands? That will definitely be something to talk about in the upgrade video. Yeah, so I'm going to make a note. Game 1, we flooded. Bad. So we basically had that okay on, right? So we just literally could not draw a... Alright, so we got to game 3 now. He's selecting his Overwatch Companion, so... No, I'm going to mulligan because that was ridiculous. Okay, this is better. We will keep... We will put a land on the bottom, and then we will start with a Swift Spear. As I said before, though, it could also just be that I am just sideboarding poorly in these games. Yeah, bolt removal, that's fine. Play a land and we'll pass because we want to. Skewer would have been great if we could have. Alright, there's a Temple of Malice. I'm actually really frustrated at this point because I'm sure that, like... Okay, he played his Swift Spear. We're not going to ramp him. Or are we going to ramp him? No, I think we thin out his deck. We're going to path that. Or we should have pathed Obosh. No, it shouldn't have took 2. Right, so we're going to see now. That was probably a bad call. We should have probably Helixed that. No, okay, we'll still get rewarded for this, apparently. Because apparently we're allowed... right, we're going down to 12. We just got to keep hitting him. Burn lines aren't usually too complex, but my word, like, the frequency of us drawing lands here seems crazy. Valakut Awakening, yep. I should have probably looked at this card when I was doing it. So he's going to draw 3, up to 5. Wow. Yeah, that's probably better than Light Up the Stage, if I'm truly honest with you. Alright, Goblin Guide. Let's attack. See if he trades. Firebolt, so the Goblin Guide is dying. I'm going to hold off on the Lightning Helix, I think. So what we're going to do with this, we're just going to let things ride. We need to get 10 damage on him. I mean, he's clearly going to rush for the Obosh. He can cast it now if he brings it to his hand. No, he just has more prowess creatures. I don't know if I win this race. I think I have to... Yeah, it's probably a bad call on my part here. The good thing is, though, like, even though we are losing this match, I don't feel like we lost to someone who just paid, like, through the nose. It does feel at least like we're losing to the randomness of Magic, if that makes sense. Because we had the first game that we run, but the second game where we just hit so many lands, it was unbelievable. It's fine. Yeah, he's put Overrush in his hand. We just got to deal 4 damage. We need to get like a really lucky draw of cards here to stay alive. Alright. We're going to have to put it on this draw. This is what it comes down to. It comes down to top deck racing. Yeah, he's stomping us. Basically, I think we have this and maybe 1 draw. Oh gosh, so this will deal 2 damage. We need a bolt off the top. Core Firewalkers, okay, maybe. That gives us a blocker. Okay, we might live for 1 more turn here. I mean, if he has a Kozilek's Return, it's just done. Yes, he had Kozilek's return. Wait. Oh, it deals double damage because of Obosh. Right. Okay, so we have one draw here to get it. Because if he just plays the Bone Crusher... Oh, he could have double Lightning Bolt in hand. Yep. Wow. Okay, we got wrecked here because... Yep. Wow. Something is majorly messed up. Okay, we'll go into game 2. We'll join the match. So, yeah, we basically... You know what, we're going to keep this because Flame of Killed, at least I can discard these atrocious lands. Because I am literally angry at how much land this deck is drawing. Alright, Router 2. See what our opponent plays. I believe they too must be burn. Okay, so we'll go into combat. Or they could be prowess. Prowess would be a pain as well. See what they do on their turn. Yep, there's the bolt on the sphere. Okay, you want to know what we're going to do? We're just immediately going to Skullcrack here. I'm going to pass turn. This is fine for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to suspend the Rift Bolt. We're going to cast a Flame of Keld because 2 lands is atrocious and do not want to draw them. Alright, so statistically now we have discarded a quarter of our lands. We have used literally, yeah. So there's only 15 cards in the deck that are lands. So we should have plenty of action. Except I'm just manically confused. Okay. Whenever you cast a Communist Sorcery, it's going to suck, but I'm going to have to bolt that and pay free life. Yeah, I'll pay free life. Yes. I can't have you gaining pests. Alright, so let's bolt his face, light up the stage, play a land. We get that till next turn, and that's when we can do double damage. Yep. Alright, so he didn't play a creature, which is frustrating for us. Alright, yeah, this is actually perfect. So we will Lava Spike you. Then we will Boros Charm you. Alright, we were a tad slow there. Alright, he clings to dust to stay alive. Actually, no, he still dies. Because this does damage +2. Okay. So, he has creatures potentially that gain him life, so he might potentially want these. I don't know actually. Yeah, it will stay the same right now. I would like to drop an Eidolon, I think, in this matchup. Just see how things go. So as you can see, perhaps with slightly better mulligans and... Oh, well, that's a way better hand to keep. Let's see what our opponent starts with. Potentially a Fortsies. Dude, if you Fortsies, you have to take the... yeah, you have to take the Eidolon after doing that much damage to yourself. Yeah. Alright, so we will... Mountain... Lava Spike... 14. That might be another reason why we suffered, like, we came short in this first game, actually, considering it. The first opponent we played against was really not using a lot of, he was not using his, alright, so we'll go Swift Spear. We'll go to combat. Bolt. Yep, bolt's fine. We will in turn bolt you. Yes. So one thing I will point out here while we're talking about it is because of the prevalence of Blitz right now, it is very possible that there's going to be a lot of hate for creatures, early hate for creatures. So normally our majority of our burn would come from our creatures just getting in for early damage, but because of the current setup of the meta, alright, how much damage is this? 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be 8, 9, 10. Alright, we will pass here and see what our opponent does. They play a land. They move to combat. It has menace but not lifelink. End step. We can Boros charm them. Then we can skull crack them. So he has life gain, he should use it now. Lightning Helix potentially. Kaya's Guile. Yeah, he's gonna make, yep, and gain a life. Gain 4 life. We can spectacle him back down to 4. So we did have lethal there. Kaya's Guile really put in work. Problem is, as I said, we couldn't truly utilize the Dreadbore. He's Dreadboring to gain a life and make another creature. And now we're starting to flood. That's going to be terrible for us. Alright, we got to attack. Creature be damned. And we drew him a card, which is terrible. Does he genuinely have... Okay, he has a removal spell. He has a swamp and a removal spell, which he will burn now after killing the pest. Yeah, we should have killed the Sedgemoor Witch. So this is like a Mardu Pyromancer list, I'm guessing. Yep. Alright, there's a lightning bolt on us. Oh, this is it's Mardu Avatar, isn't it? Yeah, there's Awaken the Blood Avatar. That's going to kill us. We'll just concede before you even get to cast it, because I know exactly what that is. Okay, we need the paths. We need to deal with those creatures. Honestly, I'm not feeling the guides. Like... Okay, so first things first, because of the prevalence of... because of the prevalence of... What's it called? We'll keep this for now, because based on our previous things, we just want to hit as much damage as possible. Okay, we'll do this. Pay 1, Lava Spike, opponent, pass. We're going to save the Lightning Bolt because we may need to just straight up remove the what's it called? The Witch. Alright, so we can do this, and then we can pass the turn. What we got to do is we got to force him to commit to something. Basically, we can't go 110 miles an hour here. He has life gain in his deck. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yep. We'll take that out with Searing Blaze. So if we do this and this, that's 6 damage. Okay, end step. End step. End step. Come on, buddy. Alright, end step. Bolt his face. So we can do both here? Yeah, it's probably the best way to do this. Let's Searing Blaze. So we can't use his Arcanist. And then we will cast a Spectacle, do the damage to his face here. So if he wants to try and board wipe us, it's still going to cost him a lot. Or if he wants to Duress Force Seize us, it's still going to cost him. Oh, there's a Croxer. I'm happy to discard a land here and take 3. Does not bother me. Right, so Swift Spear. He's struggling for lands. Swift Spear, Skull Crack, and this is 5, puts him down to 2. It means he can't crack fetches. I think it's still worth it. Skull Crack him so he can't gain life. He probably has the, Kaya's Guile in hand, which would be a pain. Probably, yeah, he's going to Kaya's Guile now while we're tapped out. Gain 4, make me sack a creature. Oh no. Huh. No, just lightning bolt. Okay. We just need... Well, that kind of locks a lot of his creatures out, I guess. That's a lot of his spells locked out. We just need to draw a burn spell. Any burn spell here could win us the game. Hey! We won the match. So we are 1-1. We will move on to game... So before we move into game 3, we're going to take a little pause here and just say, I do think it's close. Like, there's definitely things I would change. I think we would have to upgrade lands. Like, we would need more cycle land effects, or the canopy lands, but they are very expensive to hit. Or, honestly, we were at 87 tickets, so we could probably have splashed in a few more fetch lands. Yeah. Probably Blood Crypts, because not Blood Crypts, Bloodstained Myers, because I believe they are cheaper than... Yeah, and they would get us red. Yep. That will be something to look at maybe in the post. If you are using the 995 build, I would say use this and probably change a couple of fetch lands. Like, definitely, or maybe even go down another land. But that's why we're doing these tests. As you can see, 1-1. It's a pretty solid, deck for, like, relatively budget. And it appears that we are just having trouble finding an opponent. If we are having trouble, we might break the recording here and then go for the other 3 matches. Yeah, so, right, we'll come back to this in a moment.